guys, given the state of the market, we're putting out another summary to keep you updated. Unfortunately, the worst happened. Our resistance block that we warned about here, we hit and had a disgusting drop. We thought it was possible for a pullback, yeah, but we didn't expect it to be so quick. Not much time to react, you know. It's because of this high time frame bearish formation here, but it's just represented as a red block to keep it simple for the guys who have no idea about analysis, okay? Plain and simple, red is bad, green is good. Now, you can see I've illustrated this here. Bear with me, I'm getting a little bit sick, folks, sorry. We reverse from this red block here, okay? Now we've not hit this green ball, which means we've reversed for no particular reason. So the next move is going to be a big move. Will it be quick? I don't know. But I can tell you this, we're either going to push all the way back up and head back into this resistance area that was warned, okay? Or we're going to drop down into this area here where we have got multiple support for 3 different formations on multiple different time frames. So this is a solid area. If this were to break, it's really bad news, okay? Plain and simple. There will be things lower, but this is a triple support area, right? So if this breaks 93.9k, not good, not ideal. That is a hell of a candle here. Okay, now we did get quick retracement. It's quite good, except we just didn't form anything new. I know you maybe don't understand what I mean by that, but you know, we need these numbers to match, so it needs lower for this to form and to push us higher. It doesn't need to, but time will tell. As I said, we're either going back to this red box or we're going to this green box, plain and simple, okay? Now, if we go down to this box and push up, this is bullish continuation. If we reverse now and we break above this red box, then it's just a dirty liquidity sleep. And it's far too early to say which is which right now, okay? So just a bit of patience and we'll see where we go. Bitcoin dominance, it was a bit insane. As you can see here, I've placed a C point, but it's far too early to do this, okay? So we can't class this as analysis, we can only hope, okay? This is not good analysis. But if we move up from here, we are going to be pushing much higher for Bitcoin dominance, looking at around 65.5%, which is really bad news if we pull back in price. As you can see, as Bitcoin price pulled back, the dominance skyrocketed, and that is the worst case scenario for the market. That's why we got hit so hard on our altcoins, okay? This is the worst possible thing that could have happened, okay? We didn't see that coming. We melted clean on through resistance, which is now potentially support. So we need to see if this will retest these areas or break below, or if we skyrocket, it's got a long way to go. Far too early to say this, okay? It's not something we can really use, not at the time being. Ethereum dominance, melted clean on through. Okay, this was supposed to be bullish. It was. We bounced and then we failed. So this may be resistance. So if we push back up and we hit this and then pull back down again, bad news. Okay, bad news. What we want to see is a clean and validation pushing back above it, which can happen. Okay, again, it needs lower to find support locally. We don't have it. But again, we could be putting in a giant C, okay, which means a long way up for ETH dominance. Far too early to say, okay? It's going to take us at least a week, possibly more, okay, before we have anything substantial. So again, we're early putting this out, but I said that last time, and I wasn't early putting that out in the end, okay, because it did exactly as we thought, or exactly what we were concerned about. We'll move on to Ethereum. Not good at all. Again, really support. Okay, so this may be resistance, as you can see now, as I've just mentioned. back up and find resistance here and push lower, plain and simple, we're bearish. You know, not good at all. We didn't hold support and we're finding resistance on what was support. It's not a good sign at all. Okay, if we're going to form something on a high time frame that's substantial, we need all the way down here. Okay, which is say 2,600 to 2,700, give or take, for Ethereum. Okay, it's more precise than that, but we don't need to be, not for the sake of this video. Not ideal, okay, because that would also be breaking a ratio area, but it would be also holding this other one. So, you know, a lot of support in this area, but it's much lower, folks. It's not ideal. But we did bounce before this 382. So if we fully reverse before here, that's actually quite a healthy sign, despite it looking awful. But it's just too early. It's just too early to give you anything definitive. Total, as in Bitcoin, our bearish structure here. Okay, not good. Total 1 is the same as Bitcoin. Okay, now if we reverse fully from this 382 and push all the way back up, that's extremely bullish, at least for Bitcoin. Okay, so we can hope that, we can pray, but we don't have anything to use other than this right now. You can see it's kind of hovering around this 236. Happens a lot with our Fibonacci. They are key levels. Okay, you can see this now. At the time, you don't realize until you put your Fibonacci in place, and you can check reaction on the timeline. You can begin to see price action forming and how it works. Okay, not ideal, but if we do get full reversal from here, like a V-shaped recovery, strong sign. But you know, we're halfway there. Total 2 again is Ethereum. Now, this was warned in the last video and in the Discord. A lot of you didn't watch. I imagine a lot of you are watching now. Okay, I said this is a really dodgy area. If we sweep here and push down, we really wanted to see a push way above, a retest and push higher. We didn't. We did the worst thing possible and we melted way lower. Way low. We didn't find support on the ratio, went all the way down, but not far enough. Not far enough to form this bullish formation, which means that this is the green box that needs to hit with 382 Fibonacci confluence. Okay, so that means if we are to form new bullish, we need lower again. This could be a slow meander and fill this wick. Okay, or not. This is technically complete, this P03, again, too early. If we're going to form something new to work with, we need lower. This price action is not ideal, okay? Not ideal at all. So, might take a little bit before we have something substantial. 2 to 3, however, it did form something, okay? It did form something, and currently we are sitting within the golden ratio, the 0.5 to the 618 of this local formation. So technically alts look better than anything else, which is ironic because if you look at the charts you maybe feel differently. This is our doji candle and it's within the box. So when you see a doji in a area of importance, which the ratio always is, you know, whether we break above or break below is a bit of a decider. Okay, so if we clear this ratio or we push down from this ratio, most of us here already know that is a sign whether we're bullish or bearish. So we just have to wait again. Okay, but that's what we're seeing right now. At least our alts look like they have some strength to push up. Okay, in general, not necessarily specific alts, but the money that's in alts in total. Now, USDC, the bad news is, you know, we could find support here that was supposed to be resistance, and we have got nothing close by that is bearish for this. We either have to push higher than before, which is going to be really detrimental to the market, right? Or we're really going to push higher, which is even more screwed. We have these red boxes. We'll have another red box in this kind of area here. I'll pencil it in properly for losing the Discord. All my links are there for you to watch this at any given time, free and open to anyone, okay, just so you can keep an eye on the market yourself. I've no intention of updating people constantly or explaining this, but you can't learn it in the Discord and you can't access this in the Discord. So, what are we thinking? Well, for USDC, it doesn't look good. This doesn't have to hold the support, and we don't have to hit here either. But, from the price action we've got to work with right now, we need higher to form bearish before we feel bearish, okay? USDT, however, at least we did form bearish. Now, I've mentioned before, these don't always run in sync, okay? Usually one or the other will tell you the tops and the bottoms, and that's what's happening now. So that's actually quite good because we are in bearish, and now we've pushed all the way down. We're finding support which used to be resistance, so not great. We really need to clear these areas. Now, it was warned here the other day, of course. This was an area for concern when we hit this box as support. We'd broken below this one, sure. That was a good sign. I said short term. It was a lot shorter term than we expected, and you can see we launched fully from this green box, okay? So yeah, not good at all. What is my market summary? Given the total 2 played out and USDC has went straight into bearish, it's hard to say. It's finding support. A lot says it needs further down, okay, plain and simple. Now, if we look at a couple of alts, we have only got resistance areas, not support, okay? Very bad news. Not good for a lot of things. We were retesting all-time lows and things. Now, this one here for AVAX, you can see is a double bottom now from like 2 years ago, literally. Not good at all. We're like a week out from it being 2 years on the dot. What does that mean? Well, very strong push from there. That's brilliant. That means one of two things. We're either going to have a mega push from here all the way to 122. Okay? Yes, that sounds very bold to say it, but that's what's going to happen. Or we're going to sweep this because they're two equal lows. Okay? So we're either going to come down and sweep this liquidity and push up, or we're just going to blast off one of these two. Okay, it's a lot higher to go up than it is to go down. Time will tell. Okay, time will tell. The price action is not good. You can see it's just lower lows. Everyone keeps saying the bull market's coming, the bull market's coming. We have been in a bear market, okay, for a very long time, since March 24. Okay, it was a year and a half or so. Okay, there's money to be made, but don't be foolish and unrealistic. We are in a bear market, not a bull market. Getting these bear market bounces, plain and simple, okay? This is not good. This was the bull market. This is just bear market bounces. Lower highs, lower lows, Not ideal. If we make a new low entirely, yeah, not great at all. It's not all bad news though. It's not all bad news. There are coins out there that still look good. There are coins out there that are still in a bull run. For example, Sol is still doing well. Okay, now this might have been its first lower low, so things might be changing now. But it's not all doom and gloom. Okay, now we have Casper, right? It just formed something substantial, a bullish here. Whether it holds or not, we don't know. But for now, if this holds, this is a great sign. It cannot break below this 0.039410. Okay, if it does, it's bad, plain and simple. Make this a bit clearer for you. Okay, so I mean, if this invalidates, it's not good. If we just push up from here, strong. Not many coins made new formations like this. Okay, so they're few and far between. We can give a few of them. Example, looking at those, you see this is just clean on melt through, not bullish price action at all. Let's have a look. CVX, an all-time low. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Useless. So we did break back above here, this box. We can delete it, but you can see how it works. We've had this box and pulled back down. It's bearish. It's not good. It's bearish because we didn't hold bullish. Okay, here we bounced. It was green. We broke it. It's red. The one below it was green. Now it's red. We push all the way down. Bearish retest. That is bear market stuff. Okay, it's bear market stuff. If you know how to read your charts, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, CFX for example. This is red. We've not retested it, so we're either going to go up or down. Amazing analysis, I know. We're either going to go up or down, but what I mean by that is whatever move's coming next, it should be a good size one. Okay. How many percent do we need? Like 30% up, 43% down. Yeah, that's not ideal if we go down for CFX holders. Not ideal at all. What else have we got? Arrow. Okay, we have one that did hold. Okay, this looks a bit funky, but it's right enough. This is actually a bullish formation, and we are finding resistance and failed support here. Okay, and then we have one a little bit higher, which matches the golden ratio for this formation, which is standard to find, resistance here. So things match up, but as I said, not all coins are doom and gloom. There are some that's still forming decent price action, but the majority looks screwed, you can't lie. Okay, so recap Bitcoin. Again, we need a big move up or a big move down before we have anything substantial to work with, plain and simple. Ethereum, we need a lot of the way down to form something substantial. Not good. But the first sign of strength is breaking this 3900. Okay, if we break above this resistance is gone, and then we're targeting above. Okay, so yeah. Total 1, bearish, but we held the 382. We really want to see a full reversal. Okay. Total 2 Ethereum. This PO3 is played out, so we could just move up. But if we form bullish formations, we need lower. Again, not ideal. And our alts in total, the money that's in them, it looks okay. Okay, we're in resistance, sure, so we can't reverse here, but at least we bounced. Okay, we got a strong bounce. We need to see us break above 1.03 trillion to be a little bit more bullish. Until then, guys, don't bother analyzing. I wouldn't even bother trading. I would take a week off at least, because we need price action to develop. These candles we can't really work with. They will just be part of larger structure in the future. Now, the way I chart, unfortunately, we cannot find structure like this. It just doesn't really work. Okay, so all of this, from this new high, we need new structure before it's completely usable, which means there's going to be a bit of up and down. Okay, I know there's always up and down, but we need something like this to work with to give you definite prices and definite areas. So until then, I guess you just relax, dry your eyes, whatever you need to do, and hope for the best in the meantime, guys. I will be on holiday in the next few days until November, but I'll be sure to keep on top of the market summary in the Discord. Very unlikely I'll be recording in that time, as we're getting ready to launch for our app in November as well. It's actually good to go now, but I'm on my holiday because it's going to be a slog for the foreseeable future building this company up, guys. So sorry I can't give you more answers, but at least I was able to get warnings out before. So well done to those of you who managed to sell some, saved a bit of your money. The guys who didn't, what to do. We never know for sure this is going to happen, and I didn't expect a clean melt through like this. No, it's been a while since we've seen this kind of action, but yeah, give us a couple of weeks. By the time I'm back, we should have developed price action that we can have something more clear. We will drop down to like 12 hours when the time comes to get trades in earlier, but until then, yeah, just give it a miss, folks. Enjoy your life and forget about the screen. Thanks for watching.